Today we'll continue our look through the street races, this time Aberdeen, and the first race is called Indecision. So it's just outside the market area where we start, and we have to use the 270 DX motorbike. Really isn't my favourite motorbike at all, as it is very clumsy, cumbersome and doesn't really turn very well, which is a symptom of most of the bikes and cars in this game, to be fair. So what we need to do here is avoid contact with both your competitors and the street furniture, because it will just mess you up and you'll be sent off in probably the wrong direction and will have to restart. So get into the lead quite quickly, which is unusual, and the race is 25% complete, so it's quite short. Again, just avoiding that light on the inside there and going down the straight nicely. It's a complicated corner coming up, so make sure to brake. Maybe braked a bit too much here and pulled inside. Jump, that's some flaming wreckage, not sure that that's there. And then another square turn here. This is the more complicated section. Again, avoid the inside, the lampposts and the bins, because they'll soon cause you to slow down. So just going over the line for the win. Trying my best to pull a stoppy or endo. Not happening with this bike. And that's it. That's the first race in Aberdeen, Indecision. So we look at the second race now in Aberdeen. This one's called Harbour Run, and this one I believe is one of the two boating races that we'll do in this walkthrough. Really don't like the boating races on any games, to be honest, because the physics just aren't great. In this particular one, I'd advise that you don't contact with any of your opponents, otherwise it could end up with you being slammed into a wall, as I think you'll probably see in a minute. I take this jump, it's probably best not to, because it does get me pinched in the way, and there we go, T-boned to the side. But just recover the ground as quickly as you can and try and take the least far route you can possibly take. So take the inside of all the corners without hitting the markers on the inside. You'll see here I want to third, but I soon lose that with two people come sprinting past me on the third one, so I'm now last. This bot doesn't seem to have a lot of pace, so it is important that you do take the inside of each corner in order to win this race. And also look at your mini-map as to where the course is going. So I've just been punted out by that guy there. It's time to get back in the race. Wasn't that far away, to be honest. And then I'm going to just clip the inside of that boy there. Not overly concerned, but again we've got another straight coming up, but I know there is a turn coming towards the end of the race, so I should be able to take advantage. At this point they all seem to have slowed down, which is weird. I'll just let that guy jump over me. And then I've gone from last to first in 10 metres. And now I'm actually pulling quite a lead out on the competitors. And it's near the end of the race, only 5% to go. And we'll go through for the win. To be honest, I got quite lucky, as the competitors seem to slow down just before that final corner. So the third race in Aberdeen is called Detour. This one is one of the ones where you have to use either of the police car or the police SUV. So I'm going to choose the police SUV as it's sturdier, although slightly slower. But it'll enable you to shut people out of the way on the corners, so therefore it works for me. So woman gets knocked down at the start there, it's not good. This start of the race is quite tight. These streets are quite tight with square corners. So it is good for you to be able to ram your way through stuff. I get up to a phone box there, having tried to do some kind of power slide or drift. Try and where possible use square in the right way. It doesn't seem to want to actually nudge people out of the way for me. Really tight square corner there, but I managed to get around it using my opponent as a method of turning. I'm in second now, and I'm probably not going to be able to catch this guy for a little bit because this car isn't quickest on the straights unless he messes up. And he appears to be slowing or rubber banding at this moment in time. So he's come back towards me, clips the inside wall, there, as do I. You don't have to actually go through the red markers of the checkpoints. The whole road counts as the checkpoint, which is probably lucky for me as I missed a couple back there. Just hitting him and trying to make him mess up, which I've managed to thankfully do. I have to go slow through this section because I got caught up on those little tree bits a number of times before, and then flat out for the finish. Quite a tight race, this race, but I managed to get there. Just a few little bits to be careful of in the final section. 1 minute 20 for the win. The fourth race in the Aberdeen area is called Lost. As you can see, it's roughly in the same area as the last race that we picked up, if I managed to drive there in the same car. And we'll be using another police SUV during this race as well. Much the same as the last race, although slightly longer. Just try and barge you guys out of the way and get any advantage you can from going through the corners. Again, a couple of them are quite slow off the line. I'm trying to fish up that guy to slow him down. Managed to pump that guy into the scenery. Just a good start here. Just go around the inside of the corners, taking the path of least resistance. And again, that's one of the good things of having the SUV is if you do hit anyone else, or you can just pump them out of the way, actually using square to the best of my ability this time. Not covering myself in glory in that corner though. Now I'm back in fourth with 30% of the race complete. And there's a big straight coming up, which is usually the downfall of this SUV. It's quite slow, but I seem to be catching them. Again, they've both messed up there, so that's left me free to challenge the front guy. This section's quite tight and twisty, and he seems to be losing a lot of ground, sticking up the inside there, and through into first. Avoiding the traffic isn't really an issue on this particular one, because there doesn't really appear to be much traffic, the road conditions are quite good. I haven't actually got my lights on. I would advise you to have your lights on as they actually move out of the way for you, if you do. And the finish line is just around this hairpin corner. Down we go, and I've managed to win that one in about 1 minute and 35, I think. And that's it, all 4 races in the Aberdeen area complete. Thanks for watching this Dear Media video. This has been Dan. I'd like to invite you to like, share or subscribe on YouTube or on Facebook, and hope for the more videos that catch your attention here on this channel.